Hello traders, this is a DAX recap video for Wednesday, March 13th. This is the chart that was posted an hour before the open alongside with the morning notes. And in this chart you can observe that there was a small range made yesterday. They tried to go below 500 level 3 times and failed and stayed there, but then in the pre-market session around 2 a.m. market made a move below this range and tested just the top of this March 11th low zone, and later that appeared to be a low of the day. And in the pre-market hour this range provided some kind of resistance, and as said in the morning notes, a weak market would be below yesterday low. But note that market is trapped inside this big range of 300 points for many days now, and good size moves maybe we can expect at the decisive break of this range. Until that happens, market staying in this range and ATR is going to be useful for us to judge where the daily move can end. If you are holding, that can be a help for you to hold for more. Besides this chart, I gave you this as additional chart. This was DAX daily chart. Now I'm looking at the PDF file that was posted with the morning notes, and this here you can now see exactly why this 400 level is so important for the bulls. Resistance, support, support. This is the range from the smaller time frame chart, from the zone chart. We are here in this 300 points, and the decisive breakdown of this level would mean maybe a good size leg to the downside. And DAX didn't really test 200 moving daily average yet. As said before, markets that are stuck on daily charts between 250, they could be between these two moving averages for quite a long time. On US market, only Russell is in this kind of situation. Both of the S&P and Nasdaq are already much above 200. And the DAX is here. So DAX could also make a catch-up move to the upside if US market made a decisive move to the upside. I said US market sideways overnight. They were sideways because they were resting below the important resistance zone for them. And also said above small range today, that would mean neutral bullish market on DAX. Let's go to the charts. And before we get to these zone charts and opportunities, let's see what the S&P is doing. You can see that time between tests of this resistance are shrinking. See how time was, how many days were between here and first test, then between first and second test. And now 3, 4, 5, this is fifth now. And all of the people that are short inside this range, their stops are here, above this. And stop run above this zone could lead to short covering, and then in the matter of several days or 2 or 3 weeks, they could move all the way to the all-time high again. Now, this is one of the scenarios. We must watch this. And Nasdaq already broke above this first line. So Nasdaq didn't made 3 tops, they made like this, like a lower, and S&P had slightly lower, basically in line. This tops. So situation is a bit different there, but nevertheless Nasdaq is leading and could drag S&P again to the upside, and then to move all these stops and to move higher. And on DAX, so range was here, and when you have that kind of range, you can just so this is the start of the future session, you can just extend it to the right and observe that in pre-market session it was acting a bit like resistance, and market opened here, so you could attempt a short and make this line, and when you see that they're not going below, they're coming back to you, you must close this, because a weak market doesn't act like this. weak market, if the market is going to be weak and stay below yesterday low, then they are not going to test multiple times. They're not going to go back and test and test. If you are thinking, as I know that some traders was thinking about it and shorting here, gap fill, you note that the previous cash close and pre-market high is inside 3 points, but dead in the middle of this range. So not exactly good location. We don't have a confluence with the zone. We don't have a confluence with the edge of the zone. If those two references were here, then that would be much better, and maybe there would be a trade to test this yesterday low, and then the price would move to the upside. We don't, of course, we can now just imagine this because references were here. And after this first poke above and going inside and just chopping here, now you must realize that false breaks, when they happen, false breakouts, they are swift. That means swiftly rejecting the price to the downside. That doesn't mean to chop around from 9:45 to 12:15, like 2.5 hours of this chop. And if you were holding here, you got to scratch that trade, you got to close that trade. And after a while, when you think about it and look where are the S&P, where it was here. This candle didn't exist, it was here, consolidating, coiling for a break, then and only then, so this has to be a contextually based trade, you could attempt a long here on touching of this previous cash close. So this, has absolutely nothing to do with zones. Now you are just thinking, if Americans are going to make a breakout, then DAX should follow, and I should really buy this chop. That is the thinking. And to be honest, I didn't bought it. I was just switch off platform after a few hours of chopping, and I said that they could chop without me, and they moved to the upside, and this move was very hard to catch because we didn't have the opportunity of a school book, pullback, like break this range and then pull back to it, and now hop, we are long and we are seeking a move to this zone. And if you were visionary to take this trade, now ATR is coming, and now the information from the morning notes is coming to you. If it's going above, then it should go, it means neutral bullish market, and that means going to the next zone, and you could hold for the next zone, or close below it, or wait for the touch of the zone. And they made a breakout above this range. And about ATR, as we know, ATR is around 145, 140 points, and this is it from here to here. When market is in neutral mode, when market is trending inside the range, like this range, you can use ATR for judging if you're holding here, not to, if they're going to make a break above this range, why to close for 15 or 20 points? Why? It doesn't make any sense for you to close here, just 20 points above the zone, when you know that ATR is almost 140 points. 140 points you add to this level and you will get this zone. So potential is to test this zone, and they did. You just chill if you had the vision to go long here. So very low opportunity day for us, zone based, zone wise, very hard to catch anything. And now we are going to observe, is there going to be a breakout here or not? On DAX now looking like this on daily chart, so we will see. And for tomorrow we will get another set of morning notes and chart with zones. I wish you good trading and good night.